You know our next guest from shows such as Banshee, Gen V, and The Boys, where he stars as Homelander. New episodes premiere Thursdays on Prime Video. Let's take a look.
You have brains, Sage, but I have wisdom. And what happens if those brains of yours get blown out again, leaving you talking like a gibbering idiot? Firecracker and I'll find the leak.
With respect, the last time... Respect? I don't hear no respect. In fact, I am personally offended by the way you are talking to this great man.
You just focus on the shooter. Make sure he's good to go on the 6th.
You'll be ready.
Please welcome to the show, Anthony Starr, everybody.
Oh my God, thanks for having me. I'm so pleased to be here.
This is your first one of these.
It's my first one of these, and I've been a fan of yours.
That's too kind.
For quite a while, since the Foreign Correspondents' Dinner in 2012.
That was, let's not talk about it.
We don't have to talk about it.
We don't talk about it. Well, I'm a fan of yours, and I have been since I first laid eyes on the show. This is season 4.
Yeah.
From season 1, Homelander, really one of the worst people on TV. And so it was great to meet you backstage, and you're such an affable fella. And I realized, wow, you're a really good actor, because he's a real piece of
I think that's a kind way of putting it. It's amazing. You know, I'm still getting people coming up going, oh, what? He's actually nice. And I don't fly, I don't laser people, I don't do any of those things. So.
It should be noted, for anyone who hasn't seen the show, we obviously are living in an era of a lot of superheroes in pop culture.
Yeah.
The Boys is unlike anything else. It really stands alone in its take on superheroes. Were you familiar with any of it before it came to you, like the comic it was based on or anything?
I wasn't familiar with the comic. I was actually filming something else when they asked me to audition, and I was like, I'm far too busy doing this other thing. And then, that's true. And then, but I finally put a tape down, almost out of spite, because my reps kept hassling me about it. I went to my trailer and at lunchtime and got my iPad out and just literally spat an audition out, sent it away and went, right, done, back to work. And then, of course, they love it. And then I thought, I better look at what it is. So I looked at the comic book and, oh, my nerves. I was like, how the hell are we going to put this on TV? You can't screen that. This is obscene. Oh, my God.
It really is obscene.
It's obscene.
Yeah.
So the show's taken a lot of creative license. I think one of the beautiful things about the show is when it comes, I've heard this phrase, a phrase thrown around a lot, superhero fatigue. And I think we are the antidote to that because our universe is completely 180.
Yeah.
The good guys are the bad guys and the bad guys are the good guys, right? So Homelander is, sorry, all the Homelander fanboys that thought he was the good guy. The giveaway was when he killed a guy on a plane.
Yeah, pretty early on.
Episode 1, season 1. But then, I don't think there is superhero fatigue. I think everyone's going to be really interested in storytelling when it's done right, and we've just got such a unique angle. So I think
it's also
really
nice, I think, for anybody who decides, oh, I'm going to start from the beginning. Like, it's not based on anything. If you start episode 1, you're in on a world. You didn't have to see another movie or another show. You're just
100%.
like, this is it. And that's really cool.
It's really cool, and it's really fun to be a part of something like that. This character as well, we've developed it in such a way that it could literally go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I could cry like a little toddler, or I could be like a horrible beast for a day, and then you just drop it all.
We've seen.
I leave it in the spandex.
I'm going to say something with. Oh, I hope I'm not giving anything away. There's been some breastfeeding scenes with you. and let me say, the
what's
weird
so
part,
cool about that?
not flashbacks.
But those scenes are so difficult. That's like the weirdest scene I've ever done. I've done some pretty weird in my career.
Yeah.
But I read that and I was like, I'm so used to reading like the bizarre things on this show. I read that and I'm like, just another day at work. But then we get there and I'm getting almond juice squirted in my face. And I just had this instinct that it would be, that it should, I don't know. A lot of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do at work.
Yeah.
Like, I've prepped so much that we can just go anywhere. And it just started, I started getting really emotional. And it turned into a love scene where I'm basically going, oh my God, you did this for me. And she's all like, I'd do anything for you. And it's like something out of the bloody Notebook.
Yeah.
And it's, but it's about breast milk getting squirted in the face. And I remember talking to Valerie Curry that plays Firecracker. She's brilliant. And we were on the same page with it. I remember after a take just going, what are we doing? I could have been a lawyer. I could have, what is this job?
Speaking of what are we doing, so I've had some of your cast members, Jack Quaid, Jensen Ackles, they've been on the show, and they've talked about Eric Kripke, the creator. If he finds out there's something that makes you uncomfortable as a performer, he will not do the polite thing of writing away from it.
No,
he will write
not.
towards it. You don't care for heights.
I'm not particularly fond of them.
All right, so here is a clip that you brought. This is,
You've got the clip.
So... We'll beep it for people at home, but we're gonna let everybody in the audience listen to. All right, so here you are, Anthony, getting lifted up into the sky.
Off. My life. This. Off.
No, not this. He normally just lands.
Holy. Okay, please, let's go. I was raised by pirates. What can I say?
Yeah. It's a great cast, as I mentioned, but you were starstruck by one person, and I don't blame you.
So when I was little, and she was actually not much older than me, but slightly, I was a big fan of The Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I used to do karate when I was a little kid, and my dad took me to see The Karate Kid at the movies.
Yeah.
And Allie, aka Elizabeth Shue, was like probably my first on-screen crush.
This is such a weird crowd tonight.
Yeah. You guys are so full of empathy.
Literally, seconds ago, he was screaming you on camera, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh.
Yeah, I'll take it. No, so then all of a sudden, she gets cast as Homelander's boss. Yeah. In this evil corporation. And I'm like, I've got to work with Elizabeth Shue. Oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to wear? Am I going to look okay? And turns out she is the nicest person. Like to the point that we were on set, and she was, there was props, lots of props. They gacked her up with so much props. Right. And she was like, I can't do this. I was like, she came up and she goes, I'm not feeling good about this scene. I'm feeling really insecure. And I said, you're Elizabeth Shue. You don't come to this little jerk and say that. I don't know. I'm trying to learn from you.
Well, I will tell you that it was fantastic. The two were fantastic. She was equally villainous, and it was wonderful to watch you guys together. And it's just such a great show, and I'm so happy you were here. Thanks so much.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. Anthony Starr, everyone. New episodes of The Boys are available Thursday on Prime Video. Stick around. We'll be right back with Julia Phillips.